keeping up with too much anime at the moment anyway, to be totally honest. It's like every time or manga, sorry.
I was like, anime, what the fuck?
It's like keep up to date with like My Hero and Jujutsu and
Jujutsu for sure.
Kaiju number 8. You know?
Kaiju number 8.
Dandadan.
Dandadan, have you fallen off the train on Dandadan?
I didn't even start Dandadan, dude.
Yeah, you did with the aliens and.
I got like 3 chapters into that, dude. And like it bounced.
I just saw some fucking asshat posted a
spoiler,
like not like a spoiler, but just literally a panel of like one of the newest things, and I was like, oh fuck, I need to start reading it because it looks like shit really hit the fan, and I was like, kind of like, I feel that honestly might be depending on how they end the story and what they do with it, could be top 3 favorite mangas when it's done. I want to just give it time, but the story is the most bizarre thing in the world to me.
Will it get animated, do you think? Or
I don't know.
Does it have that kind of base? It might have that kind of
base. I don't know. It might. I mean, to me, it feels like that and Chainsaw Man and Kaiju 8 and there was another one. I mean, maybe it's Jujutsu, where it's kind of like the thing inside of you is like, it's almost like that Bleach role, you know what I mean?
Where the hollow inside of Ichigo.
Exactly,
the kaiju inside of... Oh, what's his dang name, dude?
I don't even know. I just call him Kaiju 8.
No. Whatever. Yeah, he's got a great name. I just can't remember it. The kaiju inside of him, or like the Sakuna inside of Itadori. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's becoming a more and more popular trope, I feel like. I mean, it's all Naruto, right? It's all
right.
The Kyuubi inside Naruto, right? Which is why I think like every time it's going to be like a villain that's like turned to the good side because of that.
Yeah.
As the Kyuubi was, right?
Totally.
But I don't know how else would go. I really feel like so real quick this is kind of a loose spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler for Jujutsu Kaisen, but
be careful,
bro. The writer has said he wants to have 3 main arcs for the whole thing. And the anime doesn't cover any of those arcs. The first arc is supposed to be the competition in the anime, right? The dueling schools.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first arc, and the second arc is, or maybe the Shibuya incident is the first arc actually, and the second arc is the one we're in the middle of right now.
Yeah.
And so there's still like one final arc.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Obviously, you know. What do you mean?
What the villain will be for that?
Yes, we do. It's. Let's move on. Let's move on.
We don't want to spoil shit. Yeah. We're here today for something different. It is the summer season of anime now.
Yes, it is.
Which means there's new animes to talk about. We talked about
summer.
You saw that in the last episode of winter or spring, unfortunately, but it's
no, I didn't post
summer.
that.
You didn't?
No, I'm gonna probably post clips, so you'll see it in the clips.
Cool, very cool. My bad.
Or maybe in the video game one. That one is probably getting posted.
Oh, cool. All right, right on.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We finished up Spy Family and Tomodachi Game last week.
Yeah.
Which might have been like the strongest season we've ever had, I think, for this podcast.
For us liking everything. Well,
no, dude, anything with freaking Platinum End.
Remember when we had Demon Slayer though?
But that was the Platinum End season.
But yeah, but we only had 2 this round, and we liked 2. Yeah. I think last round. So.
I mean, we had 4. I think 4 and sometimes 5 with Demon Slayer. But
that was brutal.
They didn't ever. I don't know if they compared to the same like enjoyableness outside of Demon Slayer to what Tomodachi and Spy Family both produced for us.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you.
We're both very positive on that stuff. So
yeah, I'd say it's the best. I think I like it more than.
It's been. Yeah. Well, we also covered the least amount of content. You're right, but now we're in summer. We're starting a few new animes. 2 start this week, and we have another one starting next week. So that'll be a different term of time in terms of timeline, a little different compared to these 2. But
yeah, summer anime sucks this year.
It's a dry summer, man.
It's not.
It's not.
There's again, it sucks for like brand new shows. I'm sure that there's like I'm really excited for oh my god, The Devil's a Part-Timer season 2 after like years and years and years of waiting or whatever for it. I mean, I wasn't really waiting that hard because again, the show was funny when it came out. I watched it and then like I haven't really thought about it since. But it'll
stuck with
be
me.
cool. And then Overlord 4. I haven't finished season 3 yet, but
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I should finish season 3 so I go watch that. You know what I mean? So there's like some things that I'm like, oh, this would be cool. But both me and Luke, like Luke's never watched Devil's Part-Timer, and it's like, let's not force someone to watch an entire thing.
I'm not watching Rent a Girlfriend right now.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that when it was okay. I
It's
don't know.
cute, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Devil's Part-Timer. Not caught up on that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that just wasn't. It wasn't like good for Thunder Goose to start on, especially if like we weren't fluent on like what currently already happened.
Yeah,
So,
and there was like a few sport ones that I feel like I was kind of looking at, but I know
Prince of
we'll be
Tennis,
doing the
yeah.
next one because there was like one soccer one, but they're doing the main soccer like manga anime thing. I think next year or it's not year, but season. I think it's coming out.
Tsubasa.
I can't
I
remember
gotta
what
watch that show.
People there's one that's coming out that everyone is talking about.
Okay.
And I can't remember the name of
Okay.
it. So
I,
me not be correct, but
Prince of Tennis has a new season this summer as well.
yeah, I didn't know that
But
was a dude. It was a golf anime that we fucking didn't
That'd be
do.
so tight, man.
We didn't do it. It was this year. It came out
Was
this
it
year.
last season?
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
I
That
know.
would've
I
been
just
cool.
saw it when I was looking up stuff, and I think like it's continuing into this.
Golf would be a fun anime.
That would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, again, to me, it could also be one of the most boring animes of all time. Also, so.
No, have you seen like some of the first bits of Prince of Tennis?
No.
Dude, I'll show you some clips later. That anime gets insane for being high
Because
school
they go like
tennis.
this. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Like,
whoa,
dude, there's at one
whoa,
point. I
whoa.
think it's Prince of Tennis. I'm thinking about. But there's one point where like it's like this attack is personified. Like it looks. It's as if this is happening.
Yeah.
And like one guy is like summoning fire tornadoes with his attack. And the other guy's creating a
it's kinda
tsunami.
like that. So I would love that if the golf one went that way. That would be cool. Like if it was like Mario Golf or some
Sure,
bullshit, right?
sure.
Where it's like and people had like crazy moves, and it was like this is my really, I'm so good at backspin, but it's like this sick anime move, and you're like, okay, yeah. Like again,
Yeah.
If anything can make golf golf is somewhat fun to play, kind of. If you're, I guess, okay at the game. I don't know, but to watch, I don't understand how anyone can watch someone golf,
Dude.
and then.
I would literally walk into my mom's house every once in a while, and I just see my
just like,
grandma watching golf.
I don't get it, dude.
I don't get it either.
Again, no offense if any of you guys love watching golf. To me, it's just
Boring as shit.
you could
guys should
just
figure out a new
watch
hobby.
literally anything else. YouTube exists. You don't have to watch ESPN.
Yeah, go watch
2.
anime fights. You can just watch the
You don't have to watch that PGA
go
Tour.
watch
You're never
Kakashi
gonna
fight
go.
Obito over and over again. At least you'll
Don't
probably
watch that.
what?
Don't watch that.
Don't watch that, man. There's this hentai. That's where it's ending. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
So now that we've got your attention,
So we didn't decide an order, so we're gonna do it right now.
yeah.
So the two.
We also didn't decide. We're just gonna say it right here. We don't know what we're really doing because the animes. We thought we would have like 100% like 4, like we could totally do it, and we haven't. And I also think that one of these shows that we are doing, we might do or might not, because I feel like I kind of want to give it one more or maybe 2 more, and then be like, nah.
It's just as horny as Mirko-chan to me. Like, it's not as offensive as Mirko-chan yet, but we'll see where it goes.
That's funny that you made that comparison because I kind of almost did a comparison of that as well. I think.
Really? Yeah. If it gets to the point where it's like the school office with Mirko-chan, we can talk about that. It's not there yet. If
Yeah.
it does get there, and I don't know if I want to look anything up, but it is a little horny for sure.
Yeah.
But not in like a.
Not too crazy of a
It's
way.
not.
But
I mean,
just,
it's not even a big cleavage. It's not. It doesn't show skimpy outfits really. It's just a weird makeout scene. That's
the
really well
idea of
animated.
it, I think, is
Yeah.
what I was like. Oh, will this
Yeah,
be?
yeah.
Well, let's just do it. So
So
we're
I-
gonna do Engage Kiss. That's gonna
Yep.
be the anime that we're talking about.
Episode 1.
Surprise, episode 1.
Do you have a name for
I
it?
do. Sorry, let me pull up my notes. I didn't even pull up my notes. Do you have the
You're
name?
Good. You're good. No.
No?
I
Okay.
have the other one. I have the other the notes, but I don't
Okay,
anything but
hold
this
on.
one.
Sorry, everyone.
And obviously we previously mentioned it. We're redoing the format. We're changing things up. So we're gonna go to a more discussional element.
Yes.
So we won't be doing like a play-by-play. We'll just kind of synopsis it,
Yeah.
and then we'll kind of discuss and figure it out. That may end up in shorter conversations about the show. It may end up in longer ones. But
This
for
bitch
right
left
now,
his his water bottle that I just saw.
That's my
right
water
here.
bottle.
I know. Why'd you leave it right in the middle of the camera?
Is it in the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. It's my
Put it
water
over
bottle.
there. It's okay, everyone. Sorry. We're new.
No, dude. It's for
And
anime,
you
bro.
can suck it up. I feel like I moved over too much.
Did
I
you-
don't know what I'm doing.
How about
We're
you
good. We're
straighten
fine.
the shot
It doesn't
out?
matter.
I want to hear the audio of your butt shifting on the couch.
You
Why do I
can't-
care about that? I'm
You
done.
can't. You can't hear it.
Audi sauerkrauty. All right, Engage Kiss episode 1.
All right. A loser and a demon and a man and a woman. That's literally the title.
All right.
And that's a horrible title.
It's a horrible title, and also it's not even that great of an episode in my opinion because nothing's explained this entire episode.
Well,
it's
okay,
just visually
now
cool.
wait. I gave this a pretty low rating too, but I will say this: anime shows in general will sometimes just throw you into the world. That's what we are literally just thrust into this world with knowing fucking jack shit about it.
Yeah, you can totally do that when the world functions normally as a world. This doesn't.
I don't agree with that.
It's super
because
hard.
it's gonna build on itself, and we're gonna learn, or it's not gonna do that, and the show's gonna suck.
Sure,
but I'm just
but-
saying it
but-
has freedom to build.
If it doesn't do a good job establishing any kind of norm in the first episode, like if there's not any
Norm,
good exposition,
demons show up. There's your norm, baby.
if there's no good exposition, it's gonna have a hard time like catching an audience. You know, like this to me, this feels a little bit like 100, where it's just like trying. The whole show is a vehicle for the relationship between a couple people, right?
Yeah.
That's what 100 is. Like everything that happens in that weird show. I don't know if you ever watched that.
I love it.
Oh no, you don't.
It's my favorite show
No, you
I've
don't.
ever
Nope.
watched
No, you
in
don't.
my life.
It's trash. Nani?
No.
It feels like that.
Yeah, fair
It
enough.
feels like 100. So I just pointing it out. That's all. I just think that some things need to be better. Need to have better exposition. And this show is one of them.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna fight you on that.
Yeah.
Fuck this show. Just kidding. And fuck you too.
Do your synopsis. You got a synopsis,
Oh,
right?
I gotta have a synopsis.
Yep.
I'm just gonna read this verbatim. And sorry to everybody, if people who are listening, you don't even know that I'm doing that. No, I'm just kidding. This episode shows Shu, our MC, and how much of a piece of shit he is. That's my first sentence.
He's kind of a piece of shit.
Right? I mean, so we get the introduction to this guy, and he's literally getting dinner from a person because he can't pay for food. So he hasn't eaten for 3 days.
ex-boss.
His
Like,
ex-boss.
They make it a point where it's like his ex-boss is
Yeah.
buying him food.
Yeah.
And he hasn't eaten in 3 days.
Right. And it's this whole thing where they, just talk about how he wants to do his own thing, and he's on his own. He's been on his own
Well,
for like 3 months, right?
He has an internal mantra, and it's I only accept the jobs I want to accept.
Right.
Plus,
So, yeah.
I define my past and my future, which were terrible mantras, and it's horribly like vanilla cliched shonen.
Yeah,
But-
it is kind of like that. I'm going to do it my way. You're like,
But
okay.
I do appreciate that he is not a perfect being. Like he is definitely
True.
lazy as shit.
Yeah, super lazy.
Yep.
And so we see him come home, and the electricity shut off. And again, I'm gonna go fast. I feel like if we do too much of a play, we're just gonna be doing the same thing.
Yeah,
But pretty much we just see that he does not pay his bills ever, right? And so which means he doesn't take enough jobs to
Because of
do
his
that.
dumbass internal mantra.
And because of this, he has 2 women in his life that seem to work and give him money.
And like him,
And that like him,
Yeah.
probably in a somewhat of a romantic way.
I'm
One for
just-
sure romance. One,
counting down the days till this turns into a harem.
I mean, it will be. I think it's labeled as that.
Is it?
No, that would be tight though.
Damn. No, that'd be sick. Harem.
Harem. Okay, so I said he only works when he wants to, and when he does, he only works for a cost below asking price. So we do get a little scene where he's spent all of the last bits of his money to go to a bid to fight demons. So this world is filled with demons. We find out they don't explain that at all.
Right.
By the way.
That's
Like,
that's
which I know
exactly
is
what
like
I'm
your-
damn saying, dude.
Yeah, they literally have a
So-
scene where their cops are going and they're like,
Yeah.
who are you? And
So there's a hunt, and
Yeah.
the hunt is actually, and there's, I guess there's a hunt, but there's what it seems like this world is set up in a way where like demons, which were normally humans but transform, I'm guessing from
I
human
guess. Or it's a demon
corrupted.
that has like, like is trying to blend in
Disguising.
or something. Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. We don't know.
They ask for help from certain people, and they all do bids to go into the job, and whoever has the lowest bid gets the job. It doesn't seem like there's like any kind of rule set or moderation. Just bid low and take it. Now,
Well, I think what they all do is bid, and then someone will take it.
Yeah.
So that doesn't necessarily mean the lowest one will take it, but it means a majority of the time the lowest one will for sure would be the one. But then they could also be like, we want the best of the best, so we're going to take the most expensive. So.
Yeah. So
freedom.
the hunt happens. It's Shu and what's her name? I wrote her name down.
Kisara.
Kisara, yeah, which is the pink-haired girl that was in his apartment. Mm-hmm. They go and basically slay this demon with the assistance of the blue-haired ex-boss, who's
Right.
also part of this.
Yeah.
And so that is exercised in a pretty decent way. We'll dive more into that, but that's done. And then the last thing that happens is they actually do enough damage in the building this all happened in to create like the building to start collapsing, or to cause the building to start collapsing. And then and that was like specifically a thing like don't do damage to the environment.
Because then it comes out of your pay.
Right.
And he's already lowballing
Right.
everyone, and everyone hates him because he's a lowballer on that.
Right.
So.
Like he bid $40K.
Yeah, and everyone was
his
like
cost of
100.
goods is 35.
Yeah.
So he walks out with $5,000 profit. Which
Yeah.
is,
Woo!
I don't know what that means in this world personally.
Yeah, right.
But so there's a few things to kind of talk about with in the hunt itself, though. I call it a hunt. I'm sorry, but
The hunt.
demon design,
Yeah.
interesting.
Um,
Kind of dumb as shit
I'm
looking.
unimpressed until future notice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rule it out, but it looks very basic.
It looks just trope, or
yeah.
not trope, I guess, but
It just looks. I mean, not like lazy. It's like fucked up. I feel like
it's not as bad as Orient's designs.
right, but it's close. Also, I think that season 2 is coming out.
Oh, we'll see that.
Or not season 2, but like whatever.
Whatever. We gotta follow that one. But the design of the actual demon in this show in Kiss Engage is lackluster. And some pretty boring to me it looked like a
knockoff. So yeah.
Well, it's a knockoff. It looked like it was like one of the cards in like Alice in Wonderland, but like animated up in the most cheesy and like hokey way.
Okay.
Do you see that at all or no? Is that just me?
Like Alice in Wonderland, the video game, or like you mean like the actual
cartoon.
like cartoon? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
Okay. Well, it's me. I'll be weird. I'm weird. I know.
It's okay. I also don't really watch that as much. I don't really know what you're referencing.
It's just the cartoon
just like
movie.
the card.
Just the Disney movie, Alice in Wonderland. The cards.
The
big cards
Disney
that are soldiers to the queen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see that.
It looks like that posture-wise. It doesn't look cool. It has this weird see-through glass body. Mm-hmm. It also has a shield, right? Like like an energy shield, but
it matrixes it when everyone shoots bullets at it, and then it catches the bullets, and then they drop.
But I feel like I couldn't tell if that was an external like force barrier it put out, or if it was the glass on its like body,
or if that's like all demons have this ability, and like normal
Yeah.
bullets don't really do anything to it, or something. I don't know.
Yeah. This is where I was kind of frustrated. There's just not a lot of the exposition. In
They
this
might tell
episode
you.
is shit, and I'm hoping by episode 4 we actually understand what the hell Shu is. But Shu and Kisara obviously have some kind of bond, and Kisara is more than just a pink-haired girl.
Yeah.
She can phase through stuff. She transforms into a demon, one-winged demon-looking thing, but it's like very lowly-looking almost, and I don't know.
Is it lowly or lolly?
Lolly, I don't know. Regardless of however you want to pronounce this, I just
Say it right, motherfucker!
It turned into the most cliched thing possible.
Yeah.
It was ripped right out of Disgaea.
I'd rather be watching Disgaea.
If that was an anime, I don't know. If
They
it's an
should. That would be sick.
There probably is an anime somewhere, but
Yeah,
I
probably.
don't think I've ever watched it.
That'd be
I don't
cool.
know. I didn't like this. This episode was fine, and the animation was actually pretty solid for a lot of it.
Hey,
but
that was the only thing that I feel like I really liked about it was the animation.
The
I was
ending
like,
fight was
oh yeah,
pretty solid, right?
yeah.
Especially
Well,
the countdown from 10, 9, 8. all
we
that.
should say one thing. So
To activate the powers.
to activate these powers of this person. So also, surprise, surprise, the girl is a demon. We
Yeah,
find out.
I guess whatever that means.
but like a good demon, I don't know. I guess you have to have like some contract again. Shocking with a demon, and they'll fight for you on your side or whatever. But theirs is a kiss. Engaged kiss, which is really funny. I swear to God, I didn't even put it together. When they did that, I was like, oh, this whole anime is going to be hella crazy horny too. I thought they were going to have sex just like straight up right there.
And I was like, just a kiss, bro. It is a sloppy makeout.
Well, yeah.
Like a bit. And it's like,
that's a kiss.
Very well animated and slightly uncomfortable.
I was super comfortable.
It's like the weirdest thing you could have said there.
Hey, yo, PDA, show it. I'll just watch.
Yeah. So I guess by the end of this episode, I felt I wasn't excited to watch more.
Me neither.
I'm intrigued to watch more and see where it goes.
Yeah.
But I'm not excited. And there's a part of me that likes watching bad anime, you know?
Yeah. That way there's something to shit on for sure.
But
that will be this one, almost without a doubt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't enjoy it. And I just don't know where they could go with the story to like make it interesting. That isn't something that's been done before. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, there's just better animes that have done this thing, and I don't know. Maybe this is like really good, and people are like really excited, and they like love this, and maybe it's like one of those like Angel Beat. Have you ever seen that? Like maybe it's like one of those hidden gems. I'm doing quotations because I feel like it's not a hidden gem anymore. When I watched that, I don't think anyone was talking about that.
It was in 2000.
It was like
anime.
way later.
It's
older.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've seen it on like people who are talking about anime lists.
Oh, really?
Angel Beats. Check it out. It was a pretty interesting concept. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the ending, so I can't remember if I like loved it or not. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it could be something like that. Like maybe the world is kind of like weird and like can be cool in some way. Maybe they'll do something totally different that we haven't really seen before. But I don't think that that's what's gonna happen.
I feel like to me the exposition is gonna take a backseat.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all about the moments or the relationship, and that's just not.
Who's going to get who, do you think? He's going to get both,
He's going to get neither one of them in the end. They're both going to want him, and that's exactly how it's going to go, where he's going to play the innocent, like, I'm the shonen pro tag.
Oh,
and both the girls are going to be super horny for him, and they're going to want that, and it's going to go nowhere the entire damn season.
You know what's really interesting is that whenever they have these kind of animes, I feel like, you know, the girls are like super obsessed, and then the MC's like, no, I don't. Why are you touching me, or why are you doing these things? And I'm like, there's no way that any like guy it would be in their situation. It's just not like a relatable.
It's not
thing.
Relatable. You're just like, well, dude, you just like go for it. You know.
I don't know. I mean, like. Yeah, I mean, there would be someone who's like a favorite, like that would be played into it. You know, again, it's for comedy, but sometimes the trope is really annoying if they don't do it. Like 100%. I feel like they did Shield Hero really well. At least season 1. I don't really know about season 2, but I felt like that one was really good because you know he's like saving these people and like they love him and respect him, and I think probably would want more if he would allow, but then that's just not his character. That's not ever what he's really been in it for. And again, we don't know this guy, but it seems like he's dated people. That's what they're alluding to. Like he's definitely dating this chick. She's lives with him, I guess. Maybe she doesn't.
You're saying Naofumi, the main guy?
Yeah.
I don't remember his actual origin beyond that.
Yeah.
All I know is that him and Raftalia definitely kissed in the end of the first season.
Got it. Yeah.
So there is a romance there, but you can't. But it's so nondescript in such a way that like they don't.
It's not like the I mean,
it's just not. It's just a kiss, you know, and it's because he's like helping her out.
Every kiss begins
her village,
with K.
I think. You know, and
for Shield Hero,
I can't remember the end of Shield Hero actually, season 1.
They kiss.
They do kiss, but I can't remember why. But she's like super like happy and thankful.
I can't remember why.
Well, because
they love each other. You fucking idiot.
No, he was. They were on a rooftop of this small village. I think he decided to protect the village or whatever, put under his command or something like that to make sure it wouldn't get attacked anymore. And that was her Icon village. So I think that's why she kissed him. So I don't know if it actually goes to a romantic aspect. Or
I've
it's
never
just
watched
like
the show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first season of Shield Hero. I did.
I watched 6 episodes.
It's pretty shitty in terms of the animation department, but the actual storyline and the beats were pretty solid. And there was actually a really cool fight between this giant bird and a T-Rex. Giant chicken and a T-Rex.
Do you mean like the lolly chick that turns into a chicken? She fights a T-Rex.
She's giant. She's like the queen of the
She
whatever
fights
they're
a
called.
T-Rex?
Yeah, she slays or is it a dragon?
I think it's a dragon, and I've definitely seen that part. So whatever.
She slays this thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
I actually might have seen all of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's been a
that's
while.
like the last like 7 episodes, dude. So, but the soundtrack's also on point there. So,
That's what's up.
all that to say is I am not super excited for Engage Kiss, but I am very interested to see where it does go.
Yeah. So what are some of the things you liked? How about that?
I love the animation. It was
Animation.
solid. I do want to
Agreed.
say that the soundtrack was much better than I expected.
Yeah, the soundtrack is. I'm kind of interested to see like what they can do with that
Yep.
because it made me go, "Ooh, this could be nice."
And I do
Intense.
think Shu is a slightly interesting anime protag, if not tropey as hell.
Very tropey. But I saw a meme the other day, and I don't know who the other person was, and I didn't know who this was, but it was like, the idea was kind of just that I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. I lost the meme. It was literally I was like I can see it, and it's like fading from my fucking mind.
No.
I'm gonna lose it. So who gives a shit? But it was pretty much just making fun of this MC as being a worthless piece of shit, and then it was like an
Shu?
MC. Well, no, it was like another character being like the protagonist, being useless and worthless, and then it was
Oh.
like there's like, or like it was like this season he's like the most useless, and then it was like a picture of Shu being like, so far,
So
and
far.
like you're like yeah okay, so this guy because. Again, a dude who does nothing is pretty lazy, and like all he does is he runs around, gets beat up, then makes out with this girl. She does everything, and then he, as she's doing everything, runs behind this
Fires.
monster and shoots it in the head. And you're like, okay,
No, that was the first time. Then that bounced off. Actually,
no. I
But
mean,
the
well, I
second
don't know when he
time,
shoots.
second time
I
he
can't
was in
remember.
midair and fired down, and it just decimated this thing.
Yeah.
So he definitely had a special gun.
Yeah, well, yeah, they showed it. It was like a
Right. It had a blade on it.
shadow
or
or some shit.
something. Some knockoff Borderlands shit.
Yeah. What else did you
5
like?
out of 10 at best for me.
Oh, shit,
Oh,
that was
sorry. Let me
mine.
go back to you. I cut ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
So that's what I like so far: animation and music. Show's mildly interesting. Shu's mildly interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm just hesitant still.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, that's it. That's what. Yeah.
Same thing
I mean, that's
too?
what the conversation. Yeah. Yeah.
What about what you didn't like? What did you not like?
I said it was a little too. I not this episode, but I can feel like this show will be a little like too horny. Maybe there's like a
think so.
possibility of that.
I think so.
And then the story legitimately doesn't seem interesting because there really isn't one, right? They just throw you into this world.
I think the
and I
lack
feel
of-
like next episode will be the kind of I'm assuming the lore dump that we're wanting, right, to some degree.
I think the lack of exposition makes it hard for me to get caught on.
Yeah,
The lack
yeah.
of anything like really interesting happening that's like definable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm reading some of the comments that I
Are you?
found. Yeah. We wanted to do a segment, and this is gonna be from where I guess pretty much wherever we watch it, which right now, at least for me, for these is Crunchyroll. But we wanted to read a few comments, and my favorite one, and I think it was the number one comment. Wolfie702 says, "Been years since I engaged in a kiss." And I was laughing so hard because I was like, God damn it. Like, oh, dude. Some
Oh
of
my
these people,
gosh.
I feel like there's some legit good comedians. Maybe this person isn't joking. But, and then my favorite one was this looks like shit. See you next week. And then it was
I see that one too.
Patty Pat 4. So, kudos
But
to you
then right
guys.
below that one says this season's starting off promising with Lycoris in this. So
Oh, wow. So, like,
Yeah.
that's, God.
and
So,
then
yeah.
one guy just goes, God damn that kiss scene.
Wait, in what way? You know?
It's just
It's all it says.
it does also say the second comment is hentai artist probably working on this right now. Skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji.
Is that death? Or is that like awesome?
Skinny.
Oh.
Just bones, you know? I don't know.
Got it.
I'm just here for the pink hair.
Oh,
waifu.
bones for boning.
A scumbag protagonist, a lovesick, horny demon girl, and a jealous, still in love ex-GF all fighting demons together in a futuristic world. Meh. Sounds good to me.
Man, I mean that's almost it's kind of like the video game world now. I feel like where it's kind of just like games that are coming out that are the same as other games. They're just a little bit of a different package. People are like, all right, I guess, like because they just
Yeah.
want something new to play. And it's kind of like the same thing with I feel like this season of anime legitimate. And I'll be honest, I know that we're gonna be getting fucking like amazing anime. Like literally, the next 2 seasons are just. Wait, I mean all the way into the next year.
Fall and winter.
Because even like Attack on Titan, I think is next year.
Attack on Titan's winter, so it's gonna.
Oh, it is winter. Okay,
it's gonna be January, I think.
Hell yeah.
That's what they said, 2023. Mm-hmm. And they said winter 2023, which I keep forgetting. I was like, dude, end of year 2023. But I forget that winter 2023 in anime is January or December to January or March or something like that. So
yeah,
it's like beginning of next year.
Cool.
But then but even then, it's like fall is just insane.
Yeah.
Like fall, like Bleach, possibly more Demon Slayer, right? Is that Demon Slayer?
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, we have to. I think it is My Hero.
It's My Hero.
Yeah.
It's more Bleach. It's Chainsaw Man.
It's
It's just a bunch of shonen bangers.
Yeah,
dude. I'm so stoked for.
It's gonna be
We had
awesome.
to get through the shitty summer to get there.
Yeah. Well, I think the next anime I actually really like, and I'm excited for the other one too that we're gonna do.
Well.
Oh wait.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10 too. That's literally what I wrote before.
I don't know if 5 out of 10 means middle of the road for you, but 5 out of 10 means below average for me.
It means below for me.
I go
6
to
is usually my middle of the road. 6.6, 6.5 is middle of the road.
7's my average mark. So if I say 7, it's like, all right, it's not offensive. It's not amazing. You can watch it and be just fine.
Yeah.
5 is below average to me, where
For
it's
sure.
like, it's not doing anything great really right now.
Yeah, it's kind of just like I want to see where you're gonna go.
It's
right?
just it's kind of like it's like not even passable. Well, I guess I have the episode going right now.
Yeah, there you go. I said it's simple. I'm not the hugest fan of the MC. It could be pretty horny, but maybe it could be cool, and maybe like it could have potential to be something that I don't know yet. I mean, they could bring in a cool bad guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I was even thinking like Black Bullet. I mean, they didn't do it. Black Bullet for me got me in 1 episode, so I would say they didn't do that. But who knows what they can do in the whole like 3 to 4 episode, like, you know, grabbing you. Like maybe they could have like a really cool bad guy that's super interesting that you're like, damn it, like I actually kind of care now. You know,
If they're able to to pull out some kind of badass anime villain that is like memorable, then then fine. Engage Kiss will have me.
Yeah.
Okay. But so far,
Engage Kiss will have
I highly doubt that there will be any kind of noteworthy villain. I put that in quotes in audio. I hope in video you can see that, but
you can't. Like,
there's just no way that
you gotta go.
There's
close.
if there's a noteworthy villain in this anime, I will swallow all my words and retroactively rate this anime higher. I will. I just don't believe that this show can do it.
Well, I'm doing each episode, and I'm kind of keeping it to where, like, let's say next episode's a little bit better. Maybe it would be like a 6. Right, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like going up and down based upon the episodes.
Yeah.
Personally, you don't have to do that, but
right. I hope it's not as wildly varying as Platinum End was initially.
It's gonna be 10 next week.
It's 10 next week. Average 7.5. All right, let's go to the next anime. So, Lycarus Recoil.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to pronounce this. In some ways, it looks like licorice.
Yeah.
Not Lycarus, but. This show has at least done exposition to a better degree in its first episode, so you kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Not a lot,
Not
but
a lot.
very, very... You want to do the synopsis real quick?
Yeah, so the episode's called Easy Does It.
Easy Does It. That's the Gorillaz song? Song's great.
Is it? So I guess so... how are you pronouncing it? Licorice or
Lycarus?
Lycarus?
Or licorice. I don't know.
So it's like a type of secret agency that protects Japan. And then I don't know if there's guys and girls in it, but I think it's mostly just young, like, women. It's at least the characters
16,
that we were
17-year-old women are the ones we...
Right, like, so, like, you're in high school, and it's kind of, again, like, you're unpredictable. Like, you would not be, like, looking... There's a lot of probably, you know... girls in that age bracket, and so it's like they could be anywhere, so it's like they could be the best assassins. To some degree, I feel like I kind of understand that. I mean, even with just like kids, it doesn't necessarily be women. But and then we meet Takina, who seems to be, I said, reckless. Maybe doesn't care too much for life.
She wants to finish the mission.
She wants to finish her mission.
She wants to be the best agent possible, whatever means necessary.
Exactly. So one of the girls, I guess it's like there's an arms deal, and we do meet. I guess I don't know if we know her name yet, but
Chisato.
Yeah, and
we do. We know her by the first little intro.
Okay, so they said her name. I don't remember.
I think I just watched it. Let me check.
She's running pretty much to this scene. Gets there, and what it is arms dealers have taken one of these girls hostage. And her teammates are trying to figure out what to do. Talking to headquarters. Headquarters is saying to stand down, just to wait for a second. Arms dealers are saying, "Well, we're going to kill you."
Yeah, they say it in the first 5 seconds.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
That cool.
I just checked, man.
Yeah. And then, oh man, I just forgot her name. Takina then takes a saw or whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe it's an
LMG.
Yeah,
a light machine gun.
Light machine gun, and just starts blasting away. Kills literally everyone except for her teammate. To the credit,
the Lycoris under capture. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was pretty blown away. Oh, I do want to say one thing. So I kind of jumped the story, but the intro to this, when they're kind of telling you about this agency, is just a bunch of girls walking around and shooting terrorists and criminals.
It's very much Minority Report.
And they're shooting people and pushing them in a bush and and I'm like, dude, it got me. I was like, this is awesome. If this is what this show is, I'm fucking in.
You texted me as soon as you started watching, what the?
Just because the first scene is literally, I think it's a guy with a bomb, and then he gets shot in the face by this high school girl, and then literally another person's running up to go stab someone, and he gets shot and then pushed into a bush, and then everyone's moving on, and it's these people protect Japan, and you're like, fuck yeah, they do, dude. Crazy. So
it's kind of cool, honestly, because I've never seen. So Minority Report is what I think of. That's
Minority Report was what I was thinking.
Tom Hanks?
No,
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Sorry,
Tom Hanks would have been funnier.
Well, yeah, but that's not. That movie's not. The movie's not funny, man. That movie's dark.
I know. It's not.
That's a total or George Orwellian dystopian future right there.
Yeah, it is. It's a wild ride.
But the concept of Lycoris, or it seems to be to stop the crime before it happens, and there is a way to monitor that to realize when it's going to happen. They didn't really explain that so much, how they know crimes are going to happen.
How do they know? What is the tower? We see this tower that's bent over and has a lot of stuff around it.
Yeah, it looks like a giant
so
spear to me.
there's a part of me that I feel like when they went around it, it was scaffolding or something to hold it up. But then when they do shots far away, it looks like something magical that's up. And maybe that's the whole point. But I don't really know. I don't know if it's a magical bullshit thing, because this world doesn't seem like that. It just feels like it's our world, right? It doesn't feel like there's magic or whatever the fuck.
So far, we've given the implication that the power level is guns.
Yeah.
Guns seem to be
what's your power?
Thing.
Good.
So it doesn't seem to be like there's anything high tech beyond that, beyond some...
And drones.
What's up?
And bombs.
Sure, but it doesn't seem like there's anything high tech beyond a gun that can shoot restraints or a drone.
Oh yeah, the gun that can shoot restraints. That's kind of a cool one.
Which is a cool gun.
Yeah.
But
everyone needs one of those.
Yep. You
talking to me?
So we get those introductions. The girl that did a bit too excessive on that rescue was Takina. Mm-hmm. She's our secondary protagonist. And because of that, she gets fired from the main agency and gets sent to a side agency. And so the rest of the episode is actually their first mission together, basically.
Yeah.
Chisato and Takina, and how Takina has been told you need to learn from her. You're not it. You're really effective. You just put everyone in danger, and so much so that your own teammates assaulted you.
Yeah.
She did get socked by her teammate.
She did get socked by her teammate, for putting one of their own in danger.
I do want to give props to the show for adding in some diversity to the cast. You don't really see black guys in anime too much, and it's just kind of a welcome thing when you see some of that kind of stuff. Because you're like, wow, dude, that's...
Mika is the owner of the... I think it's called the Lecro...
But he's also not a tropey person.
Reco?
Yeah, he's the owner of the...
he's owner of the cafe.
Agency?
Yeah. It's like a cafe by day, agency by night, or in the hidden
I just
of it.
wanted to point that out real quick. It's just kind of nice to see
No,
that
it's super
cool. So
And he's a sniper, is what it seems like, because I feel
Is that what he
like
is?
the 2 times that you see him, he has when he's in the field,
Oh,
he's
gotcha.
either using a scope on a rifle or he's using, I think, like a scope or like not like a
like a
monocle.
tracker or
What do
something,
you call
or-
it? Yeah, I
yeah,
can't remember.
okay.
But
he's cool. The other lady that's also with the agency is kind of funny too.
yeah,
especially
she's a
'cause
drunk, like
Yeah.
a drunk older lady.
Why
has
am I
kinda
not married yet? You know?
Yeah. Again, I've fun tropes that are like
Yeah.
cool. I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
So. And I love like the conversation between them and like the girls and her, because it is kind of just like, hey, like you're a drunk, like you need to not like talk like this, and they just love each other but don't like each other at the same time. I
Yeah.
feel like, so I'm excited.
So we do get something to know about Chisato, and
Mm-hmm.
that she is the best Lycanus
Yeah,
in Tokyo. So Tokyo's best Lycanus, which is interesting
yeah,
because we learn a few things about her in this episode. Number one, she uses non-lethal ammo,
yeah.
which is just not what anyone
I
else.
didn't see it coming, and there's a part of me that felt disappointed. I was like, "Ah," but then another part of me that was like, "This is really cool," because it adds like a new element to this, where Takina literally kills people in the very beginning of this show,
Just
and
mows down people.
her right before this happens, where we use non-lethal bullets, like she's again putting their client in danger and shooting at the bad guys and at her, right? Just not really caring for life.
They're very much using their client. So what happens is the police give them a job, an investigator does, to
Yeah.
protect this person from someone trying to kill them. And what ends up happening is that Takina lets her be used as bait
Yeah.
to try and lure the bad guys out. So much so that she's aiming fire at the van that their victim is kidnapped in, to try and get these guys and kill them.
Yeah.
And Sato's like, "What are you doing, you idiot? Don't do that." And has her like instead kill the drone a million feet away
Yeah,
from
the
us.
drone
which
watching
is
them.
A good kind of cool thing, honestly, that she caught that and no one else did.
Yeah.
Or Takina's like, "Wait, what do you mean there's a drone behind it?" So Takina gets that, but then like Chisato's like, "Well, I'll take care of this one," and ends up incapacitating everyone, saving the girl, and the one person that actually got like shot by Takina, she ends up like bandaging up and making sure he lives.
Yeah.
So she's got ideals as opposed to everyone else in the intro and
Well, yeah,
Takina.
some of the thing that she says is like, she's like, "I told you," because she tells her when they're like sitting in the park, like, "What are we even doing?" And she's like, "Well, every life is precious," and that's like what we're doing. Is they're not like working the huge missions. She's like giving coffee to people and like doing other things, and like her thing is like, "I'm the best of the best, but I want to save everyone." Again, it's almost, I don't know if again, Minority Report of like, "Hey, save these people," or like it's like, again, it's like we're choosing who you save. Where she's working for this company where it's like they're literally, people are coming to them saying, "I need help," and they're helping them, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a machine or a thing saying, "Do this." So I think I'm curious to know like why she was the best, why she left, what's kind of going on, because it gives me slight, and I feel like this is a little bit why, but just like slight Psycho-Pass vibes.
I can see it.
You
I
know what I
can
mean? Not like
definitely see it.
fully, and I
nowhere
don't think
near
it's going to
as-
go down that
right.
road. It's not going to be something totally different, but I'm just saying like,
Psychopath feels a little more serious in this too, in my opinion.
oh, hell yeah. No,
Just
yeah,
to be
there's-
totally blunt.
No,
I think
yeah.
you're with that.
That's
But,
like a
but I know exactly what you're talking about.
100%.
Yeah.
I love it.
Couple things. First off, Takina and Chisato go to the park to kind of chat a bit, and this is kind of where, like what you're saying. Takina is kind of like, "What are we doing here? Like, because this is like halfway through the day. It's like we haven't done anything. Like,
Yeah, we haven't gone on
haven't
missions and
stopped
shot
any-
people.
right.
Yeah, no crime has been stopped. Yeah.
And Chisato says her main goal is to help people. I think that's why I said it's like help those in need is
Yeah.
what she says as the basis of like her agency, which is also kind of why she's not part of the DA, was what they call it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what DA stands for, but
Detective agency. No, I'm just kidding.
maybe it might be
I don't
that, or the doorknob asshole. I don't know, but which is just the luck, but.
Wouldn't it be where the keyhole is?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Oh, well, you're right. That's the nipple. The keyhole is the asshole.
That's the netball.
So, this is a weird bit. So,
It's good. Good job.
but I don't know what DA stands for. So
Yeah. None of us. They haven't told us yet,
yeah.
or they did and we didn't catch it.
But overall, this episode was. I mean, also the music is straight up reminds me of Blue Reflection a lot of the time, which like Blue Reflection soundtrack is legendary in my opinion. The Blue Reflection
This
Second Light.
kind of reminds me a bit of Blue Reflection too.
Well, especially with
It's because it's like the high school girl vibe,
Right.
and then it's like fighting like again the evil. They'll that is monsters or whatever, and this is
Yes.
real people. But
And for sure, like Blue Reflection Second Light is a magical girls game. Like
Yeah.
first and foremost, like that is just the way it's kind of set up, which I was
everyone needs to
surprised
play a
that I loved
magical girls game at least once.
Well, I was surprised how much I love that game, but also
Pervert.
we haven't seen like a quote unquote magical girls anime. I think ever on Thunder Goose, we've never done that, and so maybe
Well,
when-
have there been ones? We could do a deep dive on
know.
like Sailor Moon or something.
Guard Captor Sakura.
I don't even know what that is.
Nah, dude, that's way better.
Is
Sailor
it?
Moon's like legendary, just or like it's classic because it's a timeless anime in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It's
But
been a long time since I've seen it.
it's kind of like to me like how Inuyasha was like it's kind of like one of those like mainline shonens that was like there and like everyone knew about it and it was
Yeah.
very well done, interesting characters. Like Sailor Moon feels like that's like it was the like historical landmark of like magical girls and like that was the one that everyone knows about and even today like parents know what Sailor Moon is, right? Mm-hmm. But Cardcaptor Sakura was one I actually I think liked when I was younger. But
Okay.
I think that was when I was like 12, 10 in that range.
Yeah.
So different times. But we could do a deep dive on that. But what I was saying was we've never really made like magical girl comparisons or analyses before because we've just never really encountered that.
Right.
And so I can't say too much so to how like or like how Lycoris Recoil is in comparison to a magical girls thing.
Right.
But I get a few of those vibes of Blue Reflection
Right.
with this anime.
I totally agree with that.
Super long-winded, very sorry. Gotcha.
Yeah. But we made it. We made it
Yeah,
through.
we made it.
We did
But I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Much
What do you
better
like
than
about it?
much better than an Engaged Kiss. I like Chisato as a character, as a heroine. Fairly interesting.
Yeah.
So far, there's no characters I dislike.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I haven't met
Yes.
someone yet that I don't like.
However, Takina feels almost a little too cold for me to want to be invested in. Not that that's not how she's written. She might be written that way, but I don't have.
Her heart will get softer. That's
I
what
hope
the-
so.
yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. But I don't have any kind of affectation towards her or any kind of desire to see her grow because there's nothing about me that's made me want to see her grow yet. Mm-hmm. Everything she's done has had zero consequence. At least the example we were given of Takina's mistake killed the arms dealers, which sure hindered the process of the
Of them like figuring things out.
right, and I guess the photo.
No one to
shit.
question. Yeah.
But it didn't. That saved the Lycoris agent, and it didn't really have any kind of like big downside beyond you killed the bad guys and ruined the deal. Now go to this place and learn. And so to me, and like even she doesn't like feel like it seems to view it as too much of a failure, right? Like even talking, it doesn't seem to have that kind of. I feel guilty about this. So there's like not an aspect of like consequence or loss for me in her. So she's the one I'm not like super caring about, but everyone else, like the owner, the lady at the bar, Sato.
Yeah.
I even enjoy the director to some degree of the DA. So
yeah,
I
that
just-
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So that's where I'm
They
at.
all
with
seem
it.
cool.
I like the characters a lot. Soundtrack again. Pacing was pretty solid. Some feel good. Some good animation.
You know what's funny is this is the one that I kind of correlated with Miracle-chan, and because I feel like this one is like it could just be more of a violent thing. So it's like this, like in Miracle-chan was like horror, but below that was all these beautiful moments and friendships that like blossomed that were like, what the fuck is this doing in here, right? Like she would like talk to someone, and I feel like they alluded to that with like, you know, with what's her name, Chisato, like running around and like helping people and doing things, and so her vibe is very much a sweet thing, yet they're in a world literally of violence and chaos. Like they are like stopping really evil people from doing bad things, right? So
Yes.
there's like this darkness to the show. People have already died. You know, they've showed minors killing like people. You know, so like there's to me, it has the potential to literally be like a very serious anime if they wanted to be. But then because of
not going that way,
because of the
dude.
heart, I know it's not going that way. But I'm just saying, like, because of like the heart of it, I feel like it will do this balance. I mean, maybe it will be better than
like
Miracle
the
Chan. Maybe not.
implication.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. No,
So-
yeah, I know it's not going to go too serious. I know it's going to have
You
a lot
think?
of.
Fuck off. It's going to go super serious.
I think it's going to have a lot of happy, easy messes that are cleaned up. Nothing too complicated, in my opinion. And we'll see. Like to me, I feel like it wants to really showcase Takina's development so far, and Chisato's like effect on people, and like her different worldview in the DAs. You know, it feels like that might want to focus on those things rather than like, I don't know, the actual hardcore details of darkness and how messed up this can possibly get philosophically. Like killing people before they commit the crime, is that messed up, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you know they're going to
Super
commit the
messed up.
crime? It's the whole concept of Minority Report. Are you killing before the actual choice happened?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I don't think that that's where it's going to go.
I don't either.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like everyone kind of knows like that's been done before. So I'm really curious on like what, like I don't know like who's gonna be the main bad guy. It's for sure not who we were shown. But who's gonna be like the main like thing? Is there even gonna be, or is it kind of just like evil is everywhere and it's you know bigger than just one person? And so like that's like what it, yeah, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine this one having a defined villain. I just don't. I think it would be very similar to like a Magical Girls villain, though, where it's this is the point.
What
of
if it is
evil.
a magical girl and they have to use guns to kill the magical girl?
Probably. What was your favorite parts about the show?
So I loved the beginning, just right off the bat.
Straight up
just like,
comedic, like yeah.
dude, it just blew me away. And then they did, while they were saying that, they have the ideas, erase, delete, eradicate, and beautify. That was like that's their mantra of this thing. And so it's this idea of like making Japan like a safe and beautiful place by the destruction of all like crime. So in my head, I was like, that's like a really, really interesting like mindset and like what will come of this, right? And I just
Sure.
liked that mantra. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I didn't really have a lot that I didn't like about it. Besides, again, just wanting to know a little bit more about the world. They did for sure a better job of explaining things than Engage Kiss. But I ultimately really liked it. For like, it was a strong first episode for me.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
I give it an 8 out of 10 because I'm excited, and this is what it is. I'm more hopeful that this will actually be something good, and I'll be super honest. In our entire lineup of summer, as in not the ones that we've chosen, but just all of them, I feel like to me this will be the one that I'm like I like this the most. I hope that I like the
what's it called?
Yakuza is
Yakuza
like a babysitter or something like that.
We'll post on Instagram.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be a bust too, man. Because in my mind, like that is the same thing as
It's
like
a
that.
Spy Family knockoff. Huh?
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
That's what it feels like to me. It's like kind of feels like Spy Family adjacent.
That and the housemaker one, the Yakuza. That's like the housemaker.
Would you say the what?
Yakuza?
Yakuza.
The Yakuza.
Yeah.
That Yakuza. No, the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Fucking have some respect, motherfucker. I'm sorry.
I'm with you. Okay, that was excessive. I loved it. Comments?
Fuck you.
Crunchyroll.
No, you. Fuck you.
Crunchyroll comments. I'm gonna pull them up right now.
Yeah, pull them up. Read 'em
Holy
up.
shit! The beginning.
Yeah, for sure.
This looks really good. Can't wait to see how it goes. That's you.
I wrote that.
No, but that's what someone put. Seems cute. Interesting premise. Hopefully, it won't turn to shit.
Ever the optimistic. But it's true. So many good animes do turn into dog-eat shit.
Let's see. This should be another slice of life show. 2 minutes later, oh, it's this kind of show. I am here to witness greatness.
There you go. I like it.
Oh, this is gonna be one of them good goods.
Good goods.
Yeah. Yeah. Comments are not,
People
not as
like
funny,
it. I think
but-
what is it rating on there? What's the first episode rating?
Oh, I think it was pretty high actually.
I think it was really high. I think Engaged Kiss was pretty high too. I think Engaged Kiss was like 4.8. It's always the first one, so I feel like a lot of people blast it with either 1s or 5s. But
4.9 for Lycoris and a
Wow.
4.8 for Engage.
yeah, well,
Yeah. So both are seeing pretty well at this
yeah,
moment.
people are excited for them. And
I mean, to be fair,
what did you rate it? I rated it 8. What did you rate it?
7.
Okay.
But I'm just being more cautious about it. I will say,
You guys
I'm,
hear that?
Huh?
My knee just fucking cracked off.
I can't crack my knuckle. I'm cautious about it. I know you can't base a whole show off the first episode. That's not what we're trying to do. But I don't know. I can just see there's so many ways to make this shit, and I just don't know. I just don't know. Which
Yeah.
means I'm just cautious about it. And
I get it.
I think it was a good episode, but also it's got a lot to prove when it comes to these kind of things. So does freaking Engage. Lot to prove, even more.
Engage
to my
has way
opinion.
more to prove to
Yeah,
me.
but-
This show so far, like I'll be honest, if every episode was around the same, I probably wouldn't mind it. Even if it was like episodic, there's no real main bad guy. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I like that it's nice that it's kind of just in a normal world. And it's it's normal world, but then it's like something that's kind of like, oh shit, like what's going on? You know? So like who are these people? What are they doing?
That's yeah. I think
Yeah.
but that's why I think I just am cautious about it still, because it could be, if even it was episode even if it was like a self-contained thing every week, I'd probably feel like it's a 7 out of 10 the whole time. But that's how Cowboy Bebop was, and that's not my favorite style of anime. I don't like.
How dare you say that about Cowboy Bebop?
I know.
No,
I
we
don't-
both-
I don't like
we both
anthology.
didn't really
I don't like
like it.
anthology shit. It's just not my cup of tea. I like more cohesive storylines. Like Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop's amazing in its own right, but it's
Right.
not my favorite thing. But
Yeah.
okay, 7, 8. All right,
Yeah.
much better off.
Yeah, we're more excited for that one.
Back end of the show now.
We're back in.
Back end of the show. Sorry.
Oh.
I wanted to get your update on Monster because you're 3 episodes in. Or
Did you ever want to? Did we say that we were going to do anime villains too? Did we want to talk about that, or make that totally a different
we
thing?
could do a different thing. I think we're already past an hour.
You're right. Also, make it its own thing.
This episode.
We'll talk about Monster and then we'll make it
Yeah.
that its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. No, I started. I'm on episode 4
3
now. 3.
Unless you're at the point.
I know.
where,
I'm in the very beginning of episode 4.
Okay, yeah. I guess
so.
you're-
I haven't, supposedly met the antagonist yet, or whatever. I'm about to. I'm sure, but or I already have. But I love it. I definitely got me. It's like you said, hook, line, sinker. First episode. I love the whole idea where he has to save the mayor or the boy, and then even in the beginning, like you were saying, where it was this mother being like, "Hey, how come you saved this opera singer instead of my husband?" He was here
the
first.
Turkish immigrant, right? Who was injured when he came in, but he came in first. But then it was the famous opera singer who Tenma, who was our main guy, who is a prodigy doctor, is tasked. Hey, save the more important guy.
So yeah, I don't know. I love it. I'm excited to see where it goes. I have no idea how you can make a suspense drama of 76 episodes.
74.
Oh, 74.
Yeah.
I mean, out of this. So I am very and it's critically acclaimed by tons of people. So to me, that's very exciting because that means that the story is going to do well. Even if it's not my favorite story, it's for sure going to be a good one, and maybe one I haven't even heard in a long time.
Right, and people rate this as one of the greatest anime antagonists
Of
ever
all
written.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's interesting.
I'm excited.
Second off, the way this overall story has a bunch of micro stories in it, and how every character is realized is very, very impressive.
how far are you into it? What episode?
I'm only 10 episodes in.
Oh shit, dude! So
I've
you
been
don't
doing-
know fucking
I went
anything about what's
camping
gonna
over the
happen.
weekend, therefore I couldn't use my phone for much. So I couldn't
Yeah,
watch
you
it.
could. It's called DVDs. You should have just brought your PS4 out there. 5.
Yeah, that's a solution. Sure. So I didn't watch over the weekend, and it's drawn me in the same way. I think about Monster every day. I just do. And probably a lot of this is because the visuals and the soundtrack and the storytelling
Yeah.
are all kind of spotless in their execution.
Dude, so far.
The animation is really
so
good for being.
What's that? You know,
What?
It reminds me of old school 90s.
It does.
That's what, and then it was like what, like 2011?
4
Or 2004? Okay.
Yeah, it's almost 90s.
So it's close. Yeah, it's close. It's like
It-
on the tail coats or at the very end of it.
and it was written in the 90s, I'm pretty sure. So
Okay.
it'll have that aesthetic to
So
some
that
degree.
aesthetic and
But just the way the art is drawn, whether it's the background images with the actual characters moving,
Yeah.
everything is just very, very detailed. And every character in its own way is incredibly unique. You know, I will say that episode 7 or 7 or 8, when you go back and like, without spoiling, there's been a time jump, right? Like you're already 9 years in the future after the first episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
You watch like the first episode and a half is in 1986 or 85, I think. And then like after like that, it goes to like 1994, which and it's historically trying to be accurate. And so it's like pre-Berlin Wall to post-Berlin Wall, like in Germany.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating. But the way that the show executes that animation with the voice acting, Tenma's awesome. I love Tenma with this amazing character arc and like analysis and like exposition of the character. Even the burglar that you're learning about that got hit by the car, like that stuff is just really good. It's almost without flaw.
Yeah. We'll see what you think when it's at the end, bro.
Yeah, I'm still got a while to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm curious if this show is named this. I have a feeling it's named this for multiple reasons.
By episode 4, you know exactly what the show is doing.
Fair enough.
Once you finish episode 4, you will understand
Okay.
a lot more.
Well, then let me say what I think right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be right.
Yeah.
When he chooses the boy over the mayor, I'm like, oh, so he and then they have like that closer where like his sisters like kill him type of thing, right? So there's like a piece of me.
Sister, what?
So the sister is saying kill him.
Oh, yes.
So
she's saying kill
she-
them or kill him or
him.
something like that. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, so like he made the wrong choice and he saved a monster instead. And I was like, that's what this whole thing is going to be about. And then the third episode kind of did some solidification of that. But then I was like, okay, I don't really think this is the full way that they're going because then other things are going. I'm just like kind of curious of like what they're going to do with that. But
Everything builds into something in this anime, dude.
Oh, I'm
There's
sure.
so many roots being laid right now that
Yeah.
will come back to you, and you're like,
I'm
oh,
excited.
geez.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Episode 4 is a fantastic episode. Not my favorite episode. Episode 8's
Not my favorite episode.
It's a great episode, but episode 8 and 7 just like they get you so 6, 7, and 8 are just insanely good episodes. They're just like it's a roller coaster of like introducing certain characters. You know, it's been like 9 years, obviously. So like
Again, they do 9 years and then they do 9
no,
years?
actually from I think it's
Because I think it's
9 years
1995 right now.
and then 5 months.
Okay.
I'm 5 months after you, but it happens fairly quickly, as you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
So, and like in my opinion, one of the bigger flaws was not communicating that 9-year gap better. Like
Yeah, it was kind of just like a little...
Tenma looks the exact same.
Yeah, they should give him a little bit of longer
Right.
hair or something. But yeah, no, I like it. I'm very excited for it, and it's the kind of nice to, like, it's like it gives me like erased vibes, like not erased vibes as in like, oh, this is the same. I'm just saying something that is older that is new to us because we've never watched it,
Right.
And so, and we know it's good because people have been like, dude, you have to see this. It's
Yeah.
really good, and so now we're getting to experience it on our own. And that's what I'm excited for. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like there is something about a lot of like classic animes that I mean, again, Erased to me will now for sure be in like top 10 if people are like, what should you watch? Like,
Go watch Erased.
Yeah, Erased
it's
for
It's
sure.
low commitment. It's fast enough to get through in like a couple days. You know,
Mm-hmm.
go watch it.
yeah,
The soundtrack.
yeah,
I like the soundtrack a lot.
soundtrack's great.
I like the intro. And this is what I was saying. This is why I think it
Do
feels.
you listen to the outro too? The outro's a little weird.
Oh,
It's
I
in
love
like
the outro
English.
so
Yeah,
much.
I know.
The guy talking.
Yeah.
And doo-doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Again,
the
it sets
outro.
the tone perfectly for, and I don't even fully know like where they're going, and I'm sure I'll find out as soon because episode 4 will I'll finish that today, and then I'll know a little bit more. But I the music for sure sets the exact tone that you would think the show would have. Like the intro is perfect to like what like they don't give fucking shit away, but they give you enough angst in it where you're like oh, like what's happening? Why is this guy running around? And like you see some again, I'm sure you see some characters that like you
haven't even met yet.
I haven't met.
And like you're right, it doesn't like explain too much, but it does. It did do a little. It does do a minor spoiler once you realize what it is, and that's about it.
Oh, you fuck!
But it's not really to me. So the show might feel like it's slow.
Yeah.
And I think this is where you need to realize that they've put a lot of detail into these micro stories that all support the Tenma storyline. So just don't. If you feel like it's going slow or it's like being on the path, there's a reason. And I've read that review I read the review of someone that was like non-spoiler. I said that every time, like it might feel like it's dragging. Finish out the story, it will come to fruition and it will make sense.
That's what's up.
So just a quick thing to throw out there for you.
Yeah, I'm giving up. I'm not gonna watch it anymore.
Yep, done.
Just kidding.
Thunder Goose podcast.
We're out.
I think so. You good? Monster, watch it.
Watch it.
I got my copy in the mail.
Yeah, so we can all watch his copy of the mail, guys.
I will.
I can't find it anywhere. I was doing the same thing you were doing. Guess what? Some article that was written literally this month said we could find it on Netflix and Amazon. Fuck
Nope.
you, whoever wrote that, because that's not true at all. And
Nope.
even with a VPN, bitch, tried it. Doesn't work.
Yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere either, so I was very confused.
My VPN might suck, though, so I'm not going to lie to you. It might work on that.
And I don't know if it's region locked to also do a different region, maybe.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I couldn't find it.
They said for North America and Japan that it would be on Netflix and Amazon, and it wasn't.
And it wasn't. So, but that's it for us then today, right?
We're outro.
Yeah.
We're leaving you
We're outro.
forever.
And we love you all.
どうしたミャーネ